Ahem. It is in this season, as the calendar strikes 11, that thou who art a youngling doth learn the art of giving thanks for the many victories and rewards that the game we call life has offered. Let it be learned! You must give thanks. Thanks.
Thanks, Moose.
I declare that appropriate tutorship be in order. The prime method in which a boy shall properly gain the knowledge of ages is for that in which thou art dependent to be briefly rendered in absentia. Since the day of its inception thou hast relied too much upon the mount in which you are all too frequently seated. It is to that end that I declare it revoked for the day.
Oh.
And now, sidekick, I do believe you are now of the proper age for your inaugural meeting with those who every one of us should be most grateful for. The Board of Directors! For 'tis on their very whim that galaxies are birthed and perish.
He dramatically opens his mouth and begins to yell. But not just any yell. A yell that produces a universe-shattering explosion of the mind.
Halt! The headgear beneath which sits thine head is unrightly thus emplaced. Theft of the businessman hat is treason of the highest order. Traitor must be put to... Awaken! We must away after the turkey, lest my hat fall prey to fiendish machinations.
I don't get it.
Naturally, for thou art but of the fool. Within mine headpiece contains but an infinite wealth of knowledge. A knowledge that, when bestowed upon the unworthy, could bring naught but ruin to mankind. 'Tis thanks to such a bauble that mine own genius is unparalleled.
Huh?
Speaketh not, for I sense the question upon thine tongue. Myself retains intelligence, for since birth have I in fact been many leagues beyond the brilliance that any trinket or artifact could bestow. However, let it also not be forgotten that these imperial spectacles of the gods are indeed responsible for a trifle more brain power than a mere woven head ornament. For it is through these lenses that I view the world. Now come along. Precious time is being lost as we do speak. A sixth sense gifted to me from on high has revealed to me the lagging behind of mine sidekick. Ah, but where is the sturgeon upon which speed may be attained?
You took him.
No need. I do recall but the answer. Yet I shan't break my promise of teaching, O Dunder. No, for it must be learned that there is more to life than steed of cat. To leave you in destitution would I. However, there is yet more lesson to be gleaned from the events of today. As the turkey and Dunder I do believe to be of a similar IQ. This leaves but one option. I must escort thee, as the mogul doth carry the briefcase. Listen closely, boy. When in a situation such as this, it is of utmost importance to at all times remain in a calm state of mind. For to properly engage a turkey when in a panic would truly be a mistake. There are a number of tactics one may resort to when confronting such vermin. I'd advise you view my actions closely when the time comes, for there may come a day when yourself is faced with such a dire occurrence, and... Hold! Boot prints! I'd consider that quite ominous, for we may have a trespasser in our midst. And this But another clue. Breadcrumbs? Peculiar. But no. For, when placed within my mouth, the taste buds detect not the flavor of bread, but rather the faint flavor of chemicals, optimized for the preservation of baked goods, with a lingering taste of sweetness left behind. No ordinary bread be this. The mystery yet deepens further. Perhaps a test of the DNA is in order. Hark! The demon turkey who hath absconded with mine headwear! Turkey, thy time is numbered. Submit to the will of he who wouldst dominate thee. Feel the wrath of the mantis pose.
How is that a mantis pose?
It's a mantis pose. Submit! Submit! Return that which sits upon thine cranium. Huh? Come here, turkey.
It's that man. But why does he have a gun and a beard? And a hat? And boots?
Dreaded turkey huntsman, this quarry be not for your taking, for it doth carry upon the head that which belongs rightfully to me. That's a trick. All turkeys wear hats. I hunt them for fashion. Foolhardy one, you knowest not of what you speak, for the type of headgear before you is most assuredly not turkey brand. Mine hat was no doubt thieved by yonder Turk for the very reason that, in its seasonal attire, it doth bear the mark of the pilgrim, and, as you are no doubt aware, it is a truth in the Constitution that all such critters must dress appropriately for the season, yet in its haste, this turkey has committed but a grave error. I think I'll take it anyway. The words spoken then fall on deaf ears. Yet I would implore thee that, seeing as we are at but an impasse, let the turkey be the deciding party. You'll never win. Look at my fancy gun. I put donuts in this gun, and it shoots out crumbs. Crumbs are a turkey's weakness. They get hurt, and then do anything I say.
What?
Submit! Submit! Nay, listen not to the fiend. 'Tis I who threaten thee most. You dare defy my will? I should grant thee an empire, all for the return of that which formerly sat upon the head of a champion. Turkey can't be reasoned with. Weapon is the only way. Impossible, yet there is no deception to be had. The fool is indeed submitting to the will of our adversary from dough pellet-induced injury. No! I feel smart. Smart enough to take over the board of directors. Away! This is a dire day indeed, Dunder One. As explained prior, the hat contains the very concept of intelligence itself. We have just witnessed the birth of a terrible threat. For, as is written in ancient proverb, when the imbecile doth get a brain, then naught but doom can follow. Here's your dinner. The apology I promised for taking your hats, remember? I bet turkeys are hungry souls. The real dinner will come later, but now I've got something important to do. Rooster Duck, it's time to take over the board of directors. Your lunch is in the pantry. Go get it. It wasn't there. Maybe it was the other closet. Or pantry. Did you check upstairs? Yes, hello. I'd like to make an appointment with the board, please. Would 4:30 work? Good. I'll be there.
AM or PM? He didn't say. Pencil him in for 4:30 AM. That's probably what he meant.
Okay, time to go. After a nap. Good night, Hat. After a great deal of thought, an idea has breached the walls of mine head.
Yeah?
I shall phone the board. Is this the board?
I am in Board of Game.
Yes, the assertion is correct. I phoned to make an appointment for but the hour of 4:30. Very good. Victory is within sight. All is known.
Huh? What happened?
Elementary! I spoke of but an appointment for 4:30. They asked not of whether 'twas meant for the dawn or the eve. Thus there can be no other answer. One of the two can be naught but booked. Know thine enemy, as it is all too often said. Intuition reveals to me that he who would take such a time slot would indeed be he who would attempt the conquering of the turkey. And last, but not least, seldom a man of the business would opt for anything less than the earliest time available, but as our would-be foe is, as of yet, unripened, it therefore is the only logical conclusion to assume that he has opted for the afternoon.
I don't think this makes sense.
Ha! Though dampened ever slightly, the deductive reasoning always surfaces unscathed in the end. Now come along. We go now to the board!
We're late?
False! This is but the first trick of the unenlightened. For, through ingenuity, it is blatantly clear that those who lurk within the building have neglected to alter their clock for the season. A shameful sin in the business world. The punishment is death! Via my newly purchased hammer, at the conveniently placed store across the street. Perhaps 'twas that the boardsmen thought we tardy due to their own faulty clockmanship. Yet such an excuse is found to be lacking. The proper answer may yet be afoot. Nary the sight of a clue to be held. How peculiar.
What about...
The answer was before us all the time. His sheet, hidden in plain sight, reveals the truth ever clearly.
It's blank?
Intuit you not the facts? Through this paper, placed oh so conspicuously, can one not only reach the natural conclusion that this room had been occupied until but recently, and, seeing as they had neglected to dispose of it in the proper waste bin, naturally one can further conclude that the room had been abandoned with haste.
Okay... What?
Ever the child, are we? Yet for a genius such as myself, the answer is self-evident. The board be in cahoots with the enemy. Aware of mine own plan, they've altered their very timepiece in an attempt to sway the heroes into believing themselves unpunctual.
Oh, okay. Wait, what?
Yourself need not understand, sidekick. Though you can never hope to match the intellect of the chosen, thine own wisdom shall emerge with age. Yet for now, we progress onward to Plan Beta.
Huh?
We must remain in a grand stakeout, for is it not a given that the dastards must again return within time? Therefore, we wait. Remember, when staking, it is of the utmost importance one remain unmoving, as though you were of the furnishings.
I'm sorry I'm late. Did they get bored and leave? I'm only 4 hours late.
So, the gambit is to arrive but an hour behind schedule and feign the fool, is it?
1 hour. Hello?
Man, did you forget and set your clocks forward again?
What? No,
It's back this time, remember?
Oh yeah.
You must be the understudy.
The director is sick.
We heard a replacement was coming.
You're him, right?
Yes. Will there be cake?
Farcical! This individual is unworthy a leader. Myself is he who would slave on behalf of the very board.
But he has a fancy hat. We think he'd be better. It makes him look intelligent.
Very well. In that case, I am left with not a choice. I throw down the gauntlet and challenge the infidel what would usurp mine ideas. Let it be a fight to the finish, to claim ownership of the very board itself.
He's been challenged.
The way of the board.
That means they have to fight.
But I don't fight.
Mine victory is assured, for I plan to use the ever-reliable failsafe. From the depths of the supermarket comes combustible tomato paste.
Okay, I'm ready to fight. Can't we eat instead?
Prepare yourself, O false king, for this combat shall be but a short one. Within this jar contains a natural enemy feared by man and food alike. Never shall you be safe from the combustible tomato paste. Aha! Empty. The one thing I did not account for. Yet, I am left not without options. I shall, instead, rely upon the power of suggestion, utilizing instead regular, unflavored tomato paste. Feel the power of combustible tomato paste.
Nutrition burns.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Our leader has been felled. Run.
Flee!
No!
I feel smart.
So as to protect the boy from harm, I naturally insisted that it be surgically removed before danger befall mankind once more. That day, the youth had learned to be most thankful for what life had to offer, such as Musturgeon, mine hat, the board of directors, and, at last, for his superiors putting a stop to unwarranted shenanigans. Thus brings me to an end of the tale this Hallows Eve. I thank you.
Well, that happened. It made me want a hat. I should get one.
Seems like that goes against the moral, if you ask me. Though I'm not exactly sure what the moral even was.
Does this make a good hat?
No.
Oh.
Anyway, it's your turn. Get up there.
Oh yeah. This is a story about a mountain.